Gang. Today I thought I'd show you an idea for how to integrate your licks into your play and into your improvising. It's an idea that I've used quite often. I find it pretty helpful. Maybe you will too. The paradigm here, or the analogy here, is to speaking. And so when you're improvising, it's kind of a lot like speaking. You're playing with friends, right? So or others, so you're improvising off of their play. Just like when you're speaking with others, and you're creating unique sentences. You've never created these sentences exactly the same before, and yet there's a familiarity to them. You're using common turns of phrase or common words, and you probably didn't know this, but you stole your licks or phrases off of your parents, your friends, your colleagues, your siblings, and so forth. It's what makes me sound like a Northwesterner, a Midwesterner when I talk. And somebody else may sound like a Californian or a Texan or a Brit or what have you, right? That's for English. That doesn't even count for other languages as well, or account for other languages as well. So with licks, it's kind of the same thing. Licks are helpful to learn a genre or to learn what maybe other people are speaking. And so integrating those licks into your play is a good idea. So I want to give you an idea of how to integrate those licks into your play. And first we'll learn the lick that I was doing up front. It's a kind of a cool lick, a simple lick over an A minor vamp. So it's a lick that's useful for A minor. And give you some thoughts on how to do that. We'll show you how to improvise before the lick to set up that lick. We'll show you how to improvise after that lick. And then probably most importantly, we'll show you how to do it on both sides so you can insert the lick into your play. All right, here we go. Okay, gang, here we go. Integrating licks into your improvisation. We're going to start out with the lick itself. Of course, it's in, the vamp is over an an A minor. That's the vamp. And the lick itself is in the blues box position. That is up at the 5th fret of A minor. It's in A minor pentatonic, so here we go. A pretty straightforward lick. Okay, I'm going to play it a little bit slow speed, then at tempo, and then we'll go over it. Okay, that's the lick in slow speed. Here it is at normal speed. Kind of a cool lick. Very rock lick. All right, so we're going to start out here in the blues box position right here. Over an A minor. And we're going to start on the 5th string, 5th fret. Play that and go to the 7th. And do the same thing on the 4th string. And then hit this double stop on the 5th string, bending it up just a little bit. Okay, then we'll come back and play this. So that's on the 4th string, 7-5. And then we'll play 2 double stops. Again, we'll play 7-7 and then 5-5. Each time bending just a little bit, especially on that 5-5. Give it just a little bit of a bend on that 3rd string. And come down here on 4th string, 7th fret. All right, so here's the first part of the lick. Okay, here's the second part of the lick. Kind of shifts position. We're going to start here on the 4th string, 5th fret, and play the same thing, 5-7. And then on the 3rd string, 5-7. Slide up to 9. Okay, then we're going to play on the 2nd string, 8-10. And then on the 1st string, 8. Back to 10. Give it lots of vibrato. Okay, one more time, slowly. Okay, so it's important to know the lick really well first, so make sure you know it. Play it over a few times, get it into your fingers and your brain and your head. All right. First, let's hear how the lick sounds with the backing track. So I'm going to put on the backing track. We'll play the lick, just the lick itself. We'll play that a couple times just to get your ears used to it. Just the lick itself now. Here we go. Here we go, second time. Okay, so the easiest thing to do is to put something at the end of the lick. So we're going to start out with the lick. If you think about, hey, it's my turn to solo, I'm going to start out with the lick. That's probably the easiest way to use the lick. So we want to do that, but it's important to know how to come out of the lick or to give yourself some options on how to do that and just play around with it. So let me show you what I'm talking about. We'll just try it a couple times. You can easily put this on a looper. You're going to find good notes. You're going to find some bad notes. But that's what practice is for, right? So good notes are going to be the chord tones of the A minor. You can find those all over the place. I'm not going to do that in this lesson for you, but you can do it, okay? There's other lessons that I have that will do that. All right, here we go. So I'm going to put something at the end this time. We're improvising at the end. Here we go. Okay, let's try it again. 3, 4. Could have been better. Let's try it again, one more time. 3, 4. Not too bad. Okay, not too bad. But anyway, the more that you play with that, the more you're going to find interesting notes to end on, and the easier it's going to be integrating that lick into it. All right, so that's probably the easiest because we're ending on something, and you just have to find notes at the top of that lick that are going to continue that lick. All right, you don't want to have to shift down to another one that's down in a different area. Okay, if you notice, basically that's what I was doing. I was playing, you know, and this is the note that it ends on right here. In one of them, I even went, or something like that, right? So I'm just literally going straight up chromatically from that until I hit another good note. All right, now the next step is to insert the lick after we improvise a little bit. And for this lick, I find this a little bit more challenging, I think because it starts at a low note. And because of that, I find I like to have my solos kind of go up. So it's a little more challenging to me. But I'm going to give it a shot. And so let's try it. Here we go. 3, 4. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. It could be a little more natural, but anyway, the more that you play around with the lick and improvising beforehand, the better you'll get at it. All right, so the last step is, of course, to integrate the lick into the solo itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to improvise beforehand, play the lick, and then improvise a little bit afterward. All right, so here we go. Well, gang, there you have it. How to insert a lick into your improvisation at the front, at the back, or in the middle. All right? So, hope you enjoyed this one, and until next time, we'll see you on down the road.